Okay, something strange just happened. My computer stopped recording while I was doing this video. So I had to start it all over again, and I'm trying to continue now where the first part stopped. So you might notice a little change in view, or maybe there's something different on my desk. But if I'm correct, I stopped here. I have been embossing this with the embossing powder, a little bit goldish color, and then I added some distress ink on the parts which didn't have the embossing glaze or the Versamark stuff to make it sticky. So you see some darker parts in here. That's where the ink is, and the rest is all covered with the embossing powder. So now I'm going to try and make a whole piece or a nice card from this element. I found this one, not sure if it was here before the break. I like to use it because there's some white embossing powder on too, so on there too. And I think that's going to be something continuously in this box. So I'm trying to use some white embossing powder on every card. So that's my idea so far. It might change, but you never know. So this has got to be there, my number. I can throw this away. I was thinking, let's use this as a background. This card can go here. This is going to be there. Where shall I put? Oh, this one I can do here. That might be fun. And then, well, there's place for this later. Okay, if I do this, what I'm going to do as my focal point. There's not a focal point yet, so I need to figure something out. I can do some text, and it was flowers. Oh, flowers. There is one, yeah. This one. It's not really winter florals, but that's all I have got. I can also do this lady, maybe. Let me check. I do have some pre-cut elements in here. Let's see how large it is. Oh, it might be nice somewhere here. And then I can do the number here. And so the higher parts are connected more to the left instead of putting one here. It's also possible, but no, let's go for this one. Let me stamp it first. So let me grab it, because I do need my platform now. There is a separate video on my YouTube where you can see why and how you can do this. So to make a long story short, you cut one out, use this. No, I'm making a mistake already. Let me get the stamp. You do need the stamp, of course. Let me get her out first. And you need a piece of scrap paper. Well, that shouldn't be too difficult. Let's use this piece. Yeah. And then you just, am I correct now? Yeah. This is a piece of scrap paper. And then you stamp your image. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just for you to know where she is. Now you are going to put this one in here. But it's too long, so I need to trim something off. So you are going to place her exactly in the middle of your stamp. But it's not working. Why? Something went wrong here. We are good. Oh no, I moved it, right? That's no good. You shouldn't move it because you are going to stamp again. Lesson learned. But I can use this later on. I'm going to use another piece of paper. And I need to reposition my stamp. Let me see. Okay, a new piece of paper. And this one is a little bit too close to the bottom part, so I'm going to move her a little bit up. That's too much probably, so yeah, I stamp her again. Here we go. Now you take your die, the leftover piece, and you make sure the stamp is as good as possible in the middle of the already die cutted element. So make sure it's all around her, evenly divided. Oh, and now I see I'm a little bit off center here, so I have to move it a little bit closer, or a little bit closer, a little bit more to the left. And when you want to make multiple of these, you only have to figure it out once, and then you can keep on stamping. I'm going to show it to you. So here is the piece you had been cutting, and that's the one you place in here. So now you can do the stamping. And you see I need a little bit more down there. Oh, let me get some extra ink, maybe in the center part. Here it's no good yet. Now it's okay. So what you can do now, take her out. If your magnet, here she goes. And then let me do that, because otherwise, if I want to use her more often, put in another die cut, and then you can stamp again. You see, number 2. I'm going to do 1 or 2 more. So it's always good to have them ready to go. At least I like that. And let's say you want to make invitations, you want to make Christmas cards. It is very easy to work this way. And stamp your images if you have a matching die cut or a matching die to go with them. Here we go. So that's a really quick way of stamping and die cutting your images. I'm going to save this one, put it back with my stamps. I'm going to put the die in there. Oh, and there's another one. And I'm also going to put 3 of them in here with my stamp, but I will take the stamp out later. So everything is back into this folder. So now I've got this lady here, and I think she looks cute there. Yeah. First, I have to attach this one again. So if you have seen the previous videos, you need this little tiny element, this one, to do so. So you take this part and decide where you want it to be. Let's say you want it in the middle of your card. That's also possible, but I would like it to be in the corner at the top. It might be helpful or easier to use a pair of tweezers maybe, but I think it's good this way. But I'm going to use some removable tape to make sure it stays there while it's running through the machine. Quickly. Yeah. But make sure, because it's such a small item, put it back in your die set immediately, because you don't want to lose that one. So here we go for this one, and I can glue that down. So you see there is this little hole. Also now in the background piece of paper, in this card, you have the same opening over here as the original one in the small label. And now you can add some ribbon or maybe vintage photo strip. I think I used ribbon for the first cards. Oh yeah, I found some new ribbon. I got a gift the other day and then this ribbon was there. And I thought, okay, that's really good to use. It goes here. Where is my stapler? Let's see if I can reach it. Here we go. Let's turn it the other way around. Just a small detail over here. So this is my card. This is going to be on the background. I want to do something with this circle. I know it should be here, but then what shall I put in there? I have no idea yet. Let me see. What's also possible, do something like this. That might be fun, right? Let's see. But then the rest of the card is going to be a little bit too empty to my liking. And it's covering up her face now. I think I like it better when she's in the front. And if you like coloring, you can color her, give her a pretty dress or something like that. Many possibilities. So this one should go, yeah, she should be here. But now this piece, I want something on there. Oh yes, I had this circle. Another circle into a circle. Oh, I think I figured it out. I'm going to glue it down first. Let's start with that. And I also want to know if this one is working today. Oh yes. Whoa. Quite surprised. And then let me do this circle. And this is the paper from Tim Holtz, and I sanded it a little bit so you get a distressed look and it makes it less shiny. I see some glue popping out, so I'm going to remove that. Okay. What I also might like, I'm not sure about this. Let me see. I do like that one, this one. And again, I think I mentioned it before in the previous video. If you have a sewing machine, it's really cool to do some stitching. Maybe I will do it in the next couple of days, but then I will stitch some elements before I start recording, because I can't do that in front of the camera. But for example, it would be really nice to stitch a little card like this and then glue it onto your project. So this one is stuck now, but now I think I need another circle. No, this is the same size. That doesn't make any sense. I want a smaller one, but they're all big. No, so I only can use this one. But that's a waste because I made this on the back. I want one which is somewhere in the middle. Let me check. Well, there's not one here. Let me see if I can find something else, guys. Small circles. Not sure what's in there. Yeah. You see, an extra layer. And there's another one in there. That's probably too much because you won't see anything of the gold anymore. Well, no, that's too much. This size is okay. It's okay. Is there another color in there? No, they're all the same size. No, they're the same. Okay. So my idea is to glue those together, put an eyelet in there, just for fun. It doesn't have to make any sense. I need a little mat, something to punch a hole. You can add another extra layer if you want to. Shall I look for one? Oh, it's moving. It was moving a little bit. I'm looking for another layer. This one says December 25th. It's not December 25th, so I think it's no problem to cover it with one of those to add some extra dimension. Let me give it some quick ink. And that one goes on top of that one. Oh, I'm just throwing my stuff around. Sorry for that, guys. And then I have to punch a hole somewhere here. And it also should be in here. Pay attention, Esther. Pay attention. Make sure it's a little bit in the center. Yeah. And then I need one of those thingies. This is my box with the smaller breads. Taking one of those. This one should go on here. Well, you can glue it down, but it will stay in place with the eyelet. No, it's not an eyelet. It's a bread. Sorry. This one goes there, and then this one should go here. And this is a nice way, I think, to fill up this little circle on your base card. So, now, let me see. I want to do this here, and then I was saying something like so, and this one should go here. So, it is a little bit hard to glue this thing down. Oh, I'm turning it around because you see a little bit more of the black maybe. It's going to be covered up completely almost, but okay, it is what it is. It is there, and it's just a background element. Do I want to see more of that flower? Yeah. Turning it around a bit, because then I see a little bit more on the left side. Her feet go in between those two openings, so that's almost perfect. And then this one goes here. So what you can do now, because this is a little bit hard to glue, you can add some washi tape there. So that one will stick. I've got some very old Christmassy stuff laying around here. Just going to put it somewhere here, so I know it stays there. And I'm going to add a little bit glue on the bigger parts here at the back side. So you know, the other parts are going to be covered up. So that one will stay. That's good. This one should go here, and then she will be my focal point here. And I think I'm going to add some text somewhere. Okay, now I can glue this one down. And because you are using glue here, it will also cover this up. So now you know for sure it doesn't go anywhere anymore. Okay, now I like her there. And again, if you like coloring, please give her a nice dress or something. And here she goes. Oh, the word December should go somewhere too. Not sure what to do with this one. And I was thinking of a quote or some wording, or let me see. We were talking about, it said flowers, right? Flowers. I do have the word flowers, but maybe I've got it stamped already somewhere. I did try all stamps the other day. Yeah. So it is, I can use this one. It's not perfectly stamped, but let's see if I can do something with this one. It is a little bit funny because there's hardly any flower to be seen, you know. I've got flowers in the background and only a few here, so that is good. I think I'm going to punch a hole here, so it looks like a tag, a small tag. Is it too big? No, I think I'm good with that. You can add an eyelet in here, or maybe use one of the very small reinforcers from one of the previous sets we did. But you can also use it like this. And then make sure you try to figure out where you like it most. I think I will go for something like this, or this, or this, or this. No, I think I like it best here, but I'm going to add some twine. Now, this is too thick to use the same, so I'm going to look for some neutral. Where do I have that one? Let me check. Oh, here it is. I'm going to take this one, just a little piece. Here we go. And then I am going to glue it down. Oh boy. Oh boy, did you see what happened? It was stuck a little bit, so I squeezed a little bit harder, and then suddenly a whole big blot came out. Okay, that we're good. Let me see. I think I like it. Maybe I should do a little bit extra ink on the edges. There is some ink already, but make it a little bit darker to bring in a little bit more contrast. And then I think I'm good with day 3 of my December curiosities. I still am having problems with the word curiosities. My curiosities box, day 3. Again, I hope I've been giving you some inspiration, some ideas to make your own cards or make your own journaling page. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.